Well, hello there. How are you? Today I've already prepped my face with Yulay shaving oil. My razor is going to be this Gillette Slim Twist, which came in this nice little case. And in there is going to be a Personna Lab Blue blade on its third use. My brush is going to be this synthetic Frank shaving brush. And this one is one of the official Polar shaving group on Facebook, one of their official brushes. And you can see that maybe on there where it says Polar shaving and handmade. These are handmade brushes. And I'll put a link to Frank shaving down below here. I've already lathered the brush in this, the Timeless Razor shaving bowl. I'm going to go ahead and get started, excuse me, lathering my face. Come back and focus, camera. Anyway, I'll wet the brush just a teeny tiny bit and get started here. And I hope you're all doing well out there. Oops. Come on, cream lather. The brush is fine. I used it yesterday and it was just perfect. I guess I better back off the camera a little because I keep going out of focus. And I might have put a little bit too much water in this, but I didn't overdo it, so it should be okay. You don't always have to have a Santa Claus lather to get a good shave anyway. I was talking to somebody just yesterday about that. Yep, I might have overdone the water a little bit here. That's all right. Yeah, you don't always need a pretty lather as long as you've got that slickness. In fact, I was talking to Randy Wright, head of the Polar Shaving Group, about these sorts of things, and we're on the same page about a lot of things. So, sometimes with my creams, I don't get the prettiest of lathers. It depends on the cream and a lot of things. But I suspect this will work out just fine. My phone did some kind of total reset the other day, so I don't know. It seems like it changed some of the settings on the camera, but I don't know if it, I don't know what all it changed. Hopefully I won't keep going in and out of focus unless I get too close to the camera. Then sometimes it goes out of focus now, but we'll see what happens. I'll wet the razor and get started. Pass number 1 with the grain. Well, I hope your week is going good so far. We've had an awful lot of snow here, a lot for my taste anyway, over 5 inches this last time, on top of about 3 inches that we had a few days before that. And let's see, we've had ambient air temperatures down below 0 Fahrenheit and wind chills sometimes as low as maybe 20 below. Or maybe even worse at times, depending on how hard the wind was blowing. So we've had the snow blowers, the snow plowers come through here, thank goodness. Excuse me. And this is a comfortable shave so far, so thank goodness for that. In fact, I hadn't used a cream in quite some time. I've been using mainly soaps, or if I use a cream, it's been a cream from a tub instead of from a tube like this. This brush, it's a nice synthetic brush, really nice soft knot on it, and sometimes it'll lather well almost to a fault. All right. I flipped this blade after the second use, so it seems to be fine so far. Doesn't feel too tuggy or anything like that. Getting good audio feedback here. I usually have good luck with Personna blades. I've got a few Med Prep blades, but I'm trying to save those. I haven't been using them a lot. I need to get some more, but the Lab Blues are just fine. And I have some of the red platinum Israeli ones. I believe they're made in Israel. Those are also very nice. And there we go, first pass completed. I will come back to you shortly, freshly lathered, in a flash actually. I'll be back for that second pass across the grain. Okay, here I go for that second pass across the grain with the razor again, just briefly. And here we go. Still really nice so far. Mild to medium aggression on this razor and a slight overhang on each end to be aware of there. And I haven't used this razor in a minute, so bringing out some things, including this cream that I haven't used in a while. All right. It seems like I'm closer up on the camera today. You can't see much of the background here, all my stickers and so forth I've got back there, but that's okay. Hopefully this will all work out. I don't know, they changed the, what do they call that when they do just a whole system update on my phone? That's what they did. A whole system update, not just updating a few apps, but updating, I forget what they call it. That happened the other night. And it's funny how it'll do these sometimes subtle, sometimes almost major little changes on the phone here. That's okay. As long as I don't want to keep going in and out of focus, but something about, that's something I wish they could fix with the system update. But anyway, excuse me. Pretty sharp blade here, but just enough smoothness to make it so that it's not really scary for me to use this blade. And while this is not the most aggressive razor by any means, I think it has just enough aggression, not really to give me pause, again, not to scare me, but just for me to take notice. It seems like it's more aggressive, just slightly, than some of my other Gillette razors, although that might be just my experience and, well, what I'm experiencing with the razor. Hey, I'll be back freshly lathered again for that third pass against the grain. Yeah, I'm enjoying the comfort of this brush. The bristles are very soft, and I think it has just enough backbone that, well, it's good for that too. Probably going to get more backbone if you get the, say the Badger version of this. This comes in other knots, other versions. But this is fine. I got this because my shaving budget's been a little bit low lately. And, this was only $27 post-paid from China on Etsy. But it is a handmade brush from Frank Shaving. And again, I'll give you the link to that down below. If it's not there when this video first uploads, I will put it on very shortly thereafter, within minutes, I hope. Sometimes I'm too busy just trying to make sure a video uploads correctly. Okay. I'll set everything aside here. Timeless razor shaving bowl again. And I will commence that third pass against the grain here. I've only been doing about one video a week, I guess, so I don't get burned out. But it's nice to do a video and have a little chit chat with you all out there. Yeah, this shave is still feeling very comfortable and very nice. So far, I'm quite happy with it. I think this is the version of the Slim Twist, which let's see, well, was it called the Knack in England, or was that here in the United States? I think it might have been called the Knack. Well, I might have those reversed, but on one side of the pond it was called the Knack, on the other side it was called the Slim Twist. This one was made in the United States, and I have seen this version where this handle comes in like a green or a blue or maybe even a yellow or something. And someone was saying that they thought this might be a lady's razor to shave a lady's legs or what have you, but this works fine on my face, and so here I go. I'm going to go ahead and go to the neck now. I got to be honest with you, I was a little bit alarmed when I first saw that my lather from this cream was not, maybe, it wasn't Santa Claus beard thick. It wasn't a big poofy lather, but as far as comfort and slickness, I'm certainly getting it from this shave. And like I said, a fairly sharp blade, but smooth enough. Smooth enough that I can't say it totally errs on sharpness and gives nothing to smoothness. In fact, I might be able to reach past the camera here into the main medicine cabinet, and many of you or most of you have probably seen this before, but this is instead of a sleeve of say 100 blades or whatever, this is the box that those Personna Lab Blues come in. I think that's the only way I've seen them, and then I'll try to pull one out of here just to show you the wrapper, but it's just a plain white wrapper is all it is. See, like that there. So should you be looking for these and you haven't used these before, you can look for them in that kind of box online. I don't know of any stores, at least not near me, that sell them, but I know there's stores in the big cities sometimes that you know, that will sell, well, like Pasteur's Pharmacy in New York City. They have a lot of these traditional shaving supplies on their shelves. Excuse me. We have an Art of Shaving shop, which is perhaps an hour and a half from where I am. It's in an outlet mall. But otherwise, this is not a mecca. Anywhere around here is not really a mecca for traditional shaving. So to speak. Incidentally, for what it's worth, I don't know if it's the cream, I don't think it's my technique, I don't think that's necessarily improved, but with this razor, and I think I have not used this razor that much, and with this blade, this is the most comfortable shave I've had with this razor, and I think I've always used one of these Personna Lab Blues in here. So yeah, maybe not the prettiest lather, but the most comfortable shave, and the most comfortable shave I've had with this setup yet. And I'll be right back for pickups. Okay, it's pickup time. This might end up being one of my shorter videos, because I'm kind of, well, I wouldn't say I'm all about the shave today, but it's comfortable and it's going quickly, without too much fuss or muss. I'm not sure what muss is, I know what fuss is. They always used to say, no muss, no fuss, when they were advertising a product that was supposed to make your life easier. Let's see. I'm going to rinse this and then do a bit of a feel around on the face here. Nice slickness still. Now I might just check the trouble spots here and under my ears and along the jawline. Incidentally, I'm kind of copying a certain Welshman whose name I'm not worthy of repeating, but I might as well tell you, for dinner I had some chicken, pre-seasoned at the supermarket, some instant mashed potatoes, and some really good instant gravy, nothing too fancy, and some canned peas. But they really, oh, and it was a chicken quarter that I had. Like I said, pre-seasoned, very well seasoned very nicely at the supermarket, so I didn't have to worry about seasoning it. And yeah, it was a quarter chicken, so that means that possibly out there somewhere there's 3/4 of a chicken hopping around wondering what happened. Let's see, I might be just about done here. Yeah, that's good enough. In fact, that's boy, I tell you, if that's not BBS, it's definitely DFS. Really well done, very comfortable, very nice, and blade on its 3rd use even. Well, I shall come back to you. I'm going to rinse my face and whatever else needs rinsed here. I'll be back with your good friend and mine, Mr. Towel. Here he is. You know him, you love him, you can't live without him. It's our good friend, Mr. Towel. Ooh. Yeah, I rinsed with cold water. Not that I think I had any weepers or anything. Come back and focus, camera. Boogity boogity. But anyway, yeah, I rinsed with cold water as I'm wont to do, and that water gets cold here this time of year. Big time. But hi there. Yeah. Oop. Hang on a second. Flip the towel over lengthwise here. Pretty good, pretty good. I'll put Mr. excuse me, put Mr. Towel back where he goes over here. And then I will commence doing recaps, and I'll put the finishing touches on this here shave. Okay. Well, I started off camera. I prepped my face with Van Yulay shaving oil there. Okay. My razor has been this Gillette Slim Twist razor. In there, I had one of these, a Personna if you prefer, Lab Blue blade on its 3rd use, flipped after the 2nd use. And, oh, let's see, my brush, excuse me, has been this nice new synthetic, it's a Frank shaving brush from the Polar shaving group there, or for the Polar shaving group. You can see the little polar bear there. And it says Polar shaving and handmade. These are handmade, nice, very nice handle from Frank Shaving. So I'll put a link to them down below. They're on Etsy. Excuse me again. May have to go get a drink of water if my throat doesn't clear up. I lathered in the Timeless Razor shaving bowl with this. It's Brion Sensitive cream from Serbia there. Okay. And now I'll reach into magic cabinet number 2, and let's see, oh, I think I'll use some of the Humphreys unscented witch hazel. It's a fancy enough shave to warrant that, I think. And I'll apply some of that to my face. Sorry I keep going in and out of focus. I've had trouble with the camera on this phone ever since I got this phone. But I think we can all muddle through here. I know I can. I hope you'll all stay with me. And Let's see. Yeah. And even though there is some alcohol in that witch hazel, 14% by volume, I'm not feeling any sting here, so that's a sign that I probably didn't overdo it when I was shaving. I always get a little red down there and on my face, but like I've said before in other videos, sometimes just bending down to rinse the razor, I'll get red. I've always been that way. I don't think I'm going to have a stroke or heart attack, but, well, anyway, because my face gets all red. And I'm going to use this, the Brion Sensitive, the matching aftershave there. I'll shake that up a little bit. And I'll decant the aftershave and put a little bit of that in my hand, set that aside, get it going here. And I'll go ahead and put a little bit on the wrists, a little behind the ears and the temples. And now there is more sting to that. There must be quite a bit of alcohol in this aftershave, but that's okay. I will muddle through and sally forth, and that just means that this stuff is doing its job. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay, I'll put the cap back on that. I'll show you these again, just real quick. There is the Humphreys Unscented Witch Hazel again. And, excuse me, here is your Brion Sensitive Aftershave, which matches the cream there. All right, and one more thing here before I depart, well, before I leave here anyway, the Arko Men Extra Sensitive Aftershave Balm is what I'm going to use to finish up here. Let's see, actually I might shake that up a little bit before I dispense any of it, and put a little bit in my hand. That should be plenty. A little bit like that. Swoosh that around, and yeah. That's about it, folks. Just kind of a nice, tidy, not a real expensive shave, but just kind of a nice shave, and nice new brush and some old standbys here. So there you go. I'll put the descriptions down in the, well, where the descriptions go below the video, and the link to the Frank shaving brushes. Thank you, goodbye, and peace.